From the X Sports Network, this is X Sports Live, presented by Heine's Barbecue and Steakhouse.
And welcome everybody back to X Sports Live, another wonderful Wednesday evening. We took a couple weeks off, guys. You know, we had some anniversaries. I was doing some games over at UNA, and we had a holiday, so it's good to be back in the studio once again, joined by Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, Hayden Burks here, and guys, it's been an eventful couple weeks. Just first off, how were the holidays for everybody?
It was good. Enjoyed time with the fam. You know, great food. Just good time to relax and take it easy.
Yeah.
Sam, is that supposed to be on Who's Talking right now? Jeez.
To the right is what's
okay.
on.
All right, that's fine.
We have Crash producing, so we never know what's going on.
We don't
Crash
have a
is here.
clue.
We have no clue.
I just felt like a good time to pick on Sam.
Right off 5 seconds in.
Yeah, let's don't waste any time about it.
Yeah.
Mine was great. We spent it down on the Gulf. Mom, I told you guys my mom was down there the whole month, so we went and had Thanksgiving there. And it was great weather the first 3 days, and then it was colder than it was here with about a 30-mile-an-hour wind. So it was the first time I was ready to kind of get back from the beach. But other than that, it was great. Even if it's cold weather, it's hard to beat a free beach trip.
Yeah. Absolutely. It was good for me, good food. Big eater, but hey, mashed potatoes and turkey. I'll get by with that.
That's all you ate?
Some rolls, some ham. That's about it.
Kid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a kid.
I swear, it's like we got a 10-year-old on the set with us.
Yeah.
I just want to reach over and pat him.
That's the same thing my 6-year-old nephew ate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that food, though, man.
I mean, my 10-year-old, at least he's dressing.
I'd say I can't.
You don't like dressing stuff?
I hate dressing. Can't eat it. I don't know what it is.
I think we already just remember.
Yeah, we had
in
it,
the
yeah.
summer,
What'd
we
y'all
asked him
have?
how.
Yeah.
I had some macaroni and cheese and corn. You eat corn?
Huh? No. I don't.
You don't eat corn?
He's
Well,
gonna,
this kid over
Crash
here.
is rising up out
he's
of
gonna,
it.
he's gonna
No, listen. This is
He's
the
gonna
guy.
have a wife that
Nah,
makes
forget
a
it.
meat
I'm going
and
here.
macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes.
That's it.
No, so we're gonna pick on Sam now again. Didn't you order a hamburger or a cheeseburger with no cheese at Brass Lantern the other day?
What's
You sure
that
did.
called?
Hamburger.
A cheeseburger with no...
Just where you just order a hamburger. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. That's called a hamburger.
Yeah.
It's that Shoals Christian education that gets them all the time. Private Christian schools.
Well, how we going to go eat after this? They don't
yeah.
serve macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes there.
He's talking to you, Hayden.
Oh no, I thought he was talking to him. No, I've actually, I got invited by Mom to go eat supper. I was telling AJ it was. I know. I'm sorry, fellas. Man, he just walked off the set.
They got chicken strips and French fries on the kids menu at Mexican. if you
They
want.
do. And chicken wings.
Yeah, chicken wings. I'll eat. Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
It's all right, Miss. It's all right, Miss Burks. We love you.
We do love
You make good cookies.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when your son doesn't bring them from Walmart.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, before we get into all the games that we've had over here the last week or so, first of all, it's coming from me, 100%. My actions at the end of the Loretto-Lawrence County game were inappropriate. Was not becoming of me. I need to be better. I apologize for everyone that listened. I responded to a comment that was shown to me off of Facebook, not YouTube, because quite frankly, I didn't know we have live chat on YouTube until 12:30 last night. That's the 40-year-old in me, almost 40-year-old in me coming out. But totally inappropriate. No excuses. I make no excuses. Shouldn't have happened. And I promise that won't happen again. It's a commitment of me and everybody up here on set that helps call games that we're going to do our best to keep it together. We're going to keep our criticisms for officials down to a bare minimum unless it is absolutely warranted. And that's it. I need to be better. I make no excuses. I'm not going to dwell on anything that made me go over the edge there. But, that's not the person I want to be. That's not the play-by-play guy that I want to be, and that's not the person I want to present to you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, and I felt bad about this for a while, I apologize. And I hope you guys accept it. If not, whatever. I'm still going to be on your YouTube and Facebook. So we're just going to move on from there. And so let's talk about the games last night. A couple good ones over here at the Ralph. We'll start off on the girls' side. First quarter, pretty close between Lawrence County and Loretto there, guys. Then, man, this Loretto team, yeah, they kind of prove to you every time that you watch them why they made it as far as they did to the Class 2A state championship game a year ago. And good defensively, good rebounding team, and even after a couple of tough losses to two really good teams in Richland and Lincoln County, they might be starting to put it back together again.
Yeah, I think so. Look, and at the end of the day, you got Allie Weathers. But they're getting a lot of help shooting-wise from
Sanders.
Libby Sanders.
Libby Sanders just
broke
went off
out last night.
But I tell you, the younger Weathers, that's a sophomore,
Sophie.
Is she a freshman?
Sophomore.
She's sophomore.
Yeah.
Sophie, she's going to be legit too. She just gets a little more growing pains under her, and gets a little more touch. I mean, she's already tough. I mean, look how big, and they're kind of like their men's team, the Loretto boys team. They're so physically bigger, taller, that if nothing else, you can play a little bit more aggressive out on your guard positions, because if you get by, you still got to try to shoot something over Sophie.
Right.
I mean, that's a really good. That's what Summertown used to have with Katie Burdett, which was huge. But it's going to be interesting to see. I'm pretty excited about watching them in Summertown. It's going to be two totally different styles of play, but credit Coach Wendy Scott. She had her team ready to go, and I think they just experience kind of won that game last night. I do.
And shooting 29.5% from the field doesn't
doesn't help. But you also got to give that to Loretta's defense too, and you're not going to get anything that's not contested.
Right.
So, that I think I saw a lot out of that young Lady Cats team. That there's a lot to be excited for in that, especially with what is coming up at Eel Kaufman.
Yeah, absolutely. Dusty?
Yeah, I mean, it's you kind of said it all.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hog all there.
Nah, man, you're good, buddy. Sophie, without getting in foul trouble in that first quarter, it was she was kind of dominating on the board. Props to Ryan Hughes, though. She settled in.
Yeah.
We talked about it pregame about the game being won in the paint.
And it was.
It was won in the paint. But hats off to Ryan. She's really taking that post position, and it's like each game she's improving. Allie Weathers, I mean, she just she took over in the second half. She was rebounding. She's assisting. She's scoring.
Going to make her foul shots.
She's going to make her foul. When she makes her foul shot, she shoots. It's unbelievable, and you can tell that that's a lot of time in the gym.
Right.
And Sanders, I mean, AJ, it's like she just kept stepping back.
Yeah.
It was like she can't get too close. She's not going to make it. She just keeps stepping back and keeps making them.
Mm-hmm.
It was really just it was a fun game to be a part of. It was back and forth, and then of course the Lady Mustangs finally pulled away in the second half.
Yeah.
But like you said too, props to Coach Scott and how she keeps them girls motivated. They still play with confidence, which is good.
Yeah.
And that game last night, even though it's not a district game, with the atmosphere, that we talked about it kind of gives it that feel, and kind of gets them ready as we're fixing to hit that stretch, in the next couple of weeks.
I think Coach Rutledge has done a great job.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Sophie, she had foul trouble early. I think she picked up her fourth maybe a couple minutes into the third quarter.
Yeah.
And you have to sub her out, and they kept bringing girls in, and that league kept expanding no matter who was in the game.
And it's not a slight to the girls that came in, but Sophie is your most experienced ball handler, and that means a lot too when Loretta can put that trap on you.
Yeah.
And then Sophie's not there to kind of run the ship. That's where you started seeing it kind of. The margin kind of got where it was you couldn't catch up.
Right. And with the percentages, Cabry had great looks last night. The ball just wasn't falling.
Yeah. They held Tennant and Cole who average about 30 points combined to just 9 points last night. That's a really good defensive effort.
Yeah,
Tennant, it just seemed like there was a stretch where she couldn't buy a 3-pointer.
Yeah. No, and she's really good about coming off that little pick and roll, real quick release three. And she had some good looks. It just, just wouldn't fall. But, hey, those girls, they just got to get back in the gym. I know they got a little break. What I think Wendy said they're going to take the day off and rest. But, they got to get at it.
Yeah, you got Muscle Shoals coming up on Thursday, tomorrow. I will be there, so we'll crash. So who knows if that will make it on the air on Thursday night. But then we won't see the Loretto girls until Monday at Moore County. Now to the boys' side of things, it's a tale of two halves, guys. You had Lawrence County kind of had control. They got out to a 2 to 3 possession lead, and every time Loretto would get a little bit close, they extended out. But in the second half, Hayden, that was pretty much Loretto's half, and they dominated. Great on the boards. Great defensively, got the guys rolling that they needed to get rolling.
Absolutely, it just overall, Loretta in the second half they looked like a different team out there. Out rebounded Lawrence County. What was it like? At least 10 to 15 rebounds. Out rebounded them. Overall, they were making great passes. What I was impressed with was the free throw shooting, because throughout the season they've struggled at the line. Yeah. And they made some.
They still struggle,
yeah,
but
they still struggle, but they hit the big. Yeah,
the
Mason Tidwell hitting those 2 clutch free throws there at the end to kind of basically seal the deal. And it's just one thing about Lawrence County. They're gonna have to figure out ways to score baskets down the stretch, and that's just been their Achilles heel this whole first part of the season. But I know Bryce Cliff will get them ready for this upcoming game against Marshall Shoals, because that's a really good program and a really good team down there as well.
I think as good as Loretta men are and going to be, they're going to keep getting better too offensively, especially adding Grayson Burleson and with what they've got offensively. Where they're going to go deep and where they're most dangerous is just like last night. Yeah. You're going to get one shot, and then if you don't make it, you're getting back on defense, because they're so physical. They do a great job boxing out and giving in between you and the basket, and they're so big and they're so long that you're usually just getting one shot, and that's it. I mean, there's no second chance. There's not a lot of second chance opportunities when you're going to play that Loretta team. And I thought especially late in that fourth quarter, they were perfect at it. And they weren't perfect from the foul line, but they hit enough to not let Lawrence County come down and fire up a shot. Yeah. Wouldn't make it. Didn't have a second chance to. No. Then they would have to foul.
Right.
And that's going to be Loretta's bread and butter. As great as they're going to be offensively, that's what's going to get them into a deep run in March, just because of defense. Right.
The one that really just stood out to me last night was Bowie in the second half.
He didn't shoot the ball one time.
How many shots did he block?
Yeah, but he didn't shoot the ball once in the first half, and then he comes out double digits in the second half, and just as aggressive on the boards.
He hit some clutch foul shots, but his defense.
Yeah. It's so
good. He was locking down low, a block shot, like you said, Brazier after block shot. Lawrence County just got to they got to finish, and I don't mean a game. I mean they got to finish at the rim. Yeah. We're leaving a lot of points in the paint coming off the backboard that should be going in. Colton Tucker kind of broke out last night. I know I've been saying that each and every week. He shot the ball better last night, but they got to. It's kind of like it still hadn't clicked, if that makes sense. Like
you're replacing a lot too off that Lawrence County team, and there's been a few games I've watched them this year that every once in a while I thought they might have tried to be a little too reliant on Bedford. Which, don't get me wrong, maybe the best player in the county, but you're gonna. It seemed like, and it may be completely wrong. I thought Bryce had a great game plan.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, but then there at the end, it just seemed like panic mode. Who's getting the ball? What are we running? What are we doing? When it was still a one-possession game, even if it was a 3-point deficit,
right.
What are we doing? And had turnover, or you had a block shot, or you had throwing up a bad shot in the paint that's very contested instead of kicking out to a good shot. I'm like you. It's just I think it's little things that. Let me say this: Lawrence County looked better than that game was closer than I thought it would ever be.
Yeah. Right, and another thing, props to the Loretta defense in that stretch. When Lawrence County got it to one possession, Loretta didn't panic. They tips kept them in their zone. They played their game, and he was subbing a lot, which he was putting the guys in the right location. I felt like I think Loretta boys we could see them make a huge run in March, like you said, Brazier. It's and listen, Lawrence County. I'm not saying they can't. got to put a few things together, but they're not far off.
Yeah, that's what November and December is for.
It's hard to win a state championship in November, December.
Yep.
You got to be playing your
true.
best once February rolls around here. So now moving on to Summertown, each side, boys and girls, got a pair of wins. Big wins this week. Murfreesboro Central on Monday, and then taking care of business on the road at Spring Hill on Tuesday. You have teams that kind of dropped off a bit. The teams they were facing had dropped off a bit, and the Eagles did what they had to do and go out there and take care of business.
I'm not exactly sure who both squads play in this Giles County Christmas Classic.
They play Creekwood. Both teams play Creekwood on Friday, and then they play Giles on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, up until then, Summertown's going to have a run where we're playing Spring Hill again. We're playing Battle Creek
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win.
And I can't remember who else. We're playing somebody else that it's going to be a whole lot of dead air time for us commentators, and it's going to be a lot of blowouts where a lot of younger kids are getting to play. So it's going to be, I don't know. I kind of call it a trap where coaches are going to have to try to figure out something to get out of because they're not going to get real tested. But I don't know anything about Creekwood. Usually they're very competitive, men's and women's side. So we'll see. But unless just have a brain fart and a meltdown, Summertown should be rolling off about 5 or 6 straight wins going into that tournament. But I've been very, very impressed. The Lady Eagles lost 5 seniors last year, and 4 of them were starters, and they were all your best ball handlers and shooters. Ella Busby is playing her tail off. She has took the role of the point guard, all-around effort. She's scoring a lot of points. She's playing great. Other kids are starting to step up too. They're pretty big, but with the combination of Abby Jo Schaefer and Hannah Jones down there, you're not going to secure a rebound with them.
I say, how many rebounds she have against Perry County last
ton.
week?
With them two together, you better not even show them the ball. Then on the boys' side, it's going to be interesting to see that where they've struggled has been longer, faster teams. And if Kurt Burleson gets in foul trouble, they're in trouble.
Like I saw that in person at Lead Academy playing that pretty good 3A team. He got they were in control, playing pretty good. Then he got in foul trouble.
They had that heartbreaking loss to a really good. Listen, Wayne County. I think Wayne County men and women's teams could both be in Murfreesboro Final Four-ish. Yeah. But they lost that heartbreaker there, and only 5 people for Summertown scored. Yeah. And I talked to Coach Long the next night, and he said, we've got to get these kids that are coming off where we can go 4 or 5 in, 5 out. Yeah. They've got to want to attack.
Right.
And the next night, the very next night against Spring Hill, they did. Yeah. Or not Spring Hill against who do we have Monday?
Murfreesboro
Central. Against Murfreesboro Central, those kids came off the bench and they were attacking. Yeah. Now they're going to go by the way of the 3. The Sherman brothers, they can absolutely fill it up. Yeah. Kurt Burleson's, I call Kurt, just money. I mean, that's, you know what you're going to get out of Kurt. You're going to get 20 and 10. And it's going to happen.
He's been that every game.
But the outside shot's got to be going. But I'll tell you, that Summertown team, they are sneaky quick, and they run a press that will give anybody fits. Yeah. So they're going to keep trying to get better, and I'm anxious to see what happens once first of year comes around. We start getting into district play and things like that.
Yeah, well, they'll definitely get tested when they go to Giles County next week. When they take on Creekwood and Giles County. So those should be some pretty fun games coming up next week. But they got one Friday, right?
Battle Creek.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's going to be bless their hearts.
Yeah, they're trying. First year program with just freshmen and sophomores, and they're trying.
Adam we were kind of trying to set up and figure out who's going to call that game because I told you guys I'm very proud of our crew. We've had Mr. Brian Long. I want to give him a shout out. He used to do the radio years ago,
right?
And then he got out when Wes started coaching, started being the bookman for sitting on Coach Long's bench. His son. Brian's just like it. He never quit. He I don't know if you've listened to any of his broadcasts, but he does a great job. Yeah. And so we've got a good crew between me, Brian, Adam, and Timmy, and we were just kind of talking about it. And
don't forget the man in charge, Will.
Well, listen, everything rolls up there.
Yeah.
When Will quits, there'll be no broadcast in Summertown. But Adam said, well, listen, I'll set out because Hayden and them got a JV game Friday. I said, hey, you got a JV game Friday. That's all their team is a JV. So I don't know if their varsity's going to play 2 games in a row. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't remember if we had JV.
I don't think we didn't play JV against Battle Creek.
I can't
Lord
remember if
mercy,
we did or
bless
not.
her heart.
Well, hey, at least everyone's getting the chance to play.
Yeah,
Well, they ain't like
Playing
they're
time.
40, like they ain't in their 40s like us. I mean, they're 14, 15 years old. They can play two. They can play 2 games.
Got all the energy in the world, right?
That's right.
Well, coming up next here on X Sports Live, we're going to delve into the real controversial topics and some college football. That's next.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence. A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
Fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Got Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Best meal from south of the border? Head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
From the X Sports Network, this is X Sports Live, presented by Heine's Barbecue and Steakhouse.
Oh my goodness.
Push-ups. Right now. Push-ups.
I did not know that.
Push-ups.
That's the rule. 5 push-ups.
Yeah. 5 push-ups.
5 push-ups.
You put the wrong... No. Go. 5 push-ups.
5 push-ups. How in the world could you allow this?
He used the wrong one.
It's still in the folder.
That doesn't matter. We got 5 million export stingers.
Over 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
You know, good help's hard to find.
I tell you, man.
It really.
That's why I work solo.
I volunteered to be here tonight.
Oh.
So did we.
Did he just say that?
Yes, he did.
After what I just said,
I know.
He may be the one that gets it.
He might be. I got
a new rant.
Oh, we're not allowed to have rants no more.
Yeah, we don't want to get, don't want to get
I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly, fellas.
Don't want to get my jaw working too much, guys. But going into college football, any controversy surrounding that one when it comes to the playoff?
I mean, Tennessee not getting a home game. That's a little only controversy.
Listen, I'm going to stop you right now. You're going to cause me to say something bad when you talk about y'all not getting a home game. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. Plumb sick of it.
Did y'all get a home game?
Hey, we didn't make it. We didn't need to. I ain't mad.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Let me tell you why. Because y'all can get your hind ends kicked up there in the shoe.
I'll bet you that $20 you keep losing to me back, we don't lose that game. Got a bad back now.
I ain't even got on to him
I'm
yet.
telling you, it just did any little thing.
And Notre Dame's winning it all.
I bet another 20 on that.
Notre Dame?
I bet another 20 on that.
SEC.
It'll be Oregon.
That's not the SEC.
Anyways. I can't really argue the seed. The only thing I can argue is how they got there. There was so much inconsistency. Mm-hmm. And why? Look, even if you don't change anything on what your criteria is next year, we don't need 6 weeks of the playoff rankings.
Right. No,
let's do about the last 2.
Yeah,
right. Just give them to me the last 2 weeks,
right?
Because I don't need to see Georgia lose at Ole Miss and drop 8 spots,
right?
And then now they're a 2 seed. I don't need to see Ohio State lose at home and get by Michigan, who they're favored 21 points, and only drop 4 spots.
Yeah.
But my whole thing that makes me, try not to be a conspiracy person or You stupid sports writers. I tell you, the AP poll.
Yeah.
After Tennessee beats Vanderbilt and Ohio State's lose, that next week, the AP poll, Tennessee was 6.
And we dropped to
Ohio State was 7.
Yeah, I don't get that.
The very next week, Tennessee didn't play in the championship week. Ohio State didn't play in the championship week. Ohio State 6, Tennessee 7. How does that happen? With neither one of them playing. Now, it probably has nothing to do with the play, but I feel firmly that the playoff committee called enough voters and said, y'all are making us look stupid because we're giving Ohio State this home game and not Tennessee. Y'all need to swap that.
Yeah.
Because it was literally flip-flopped with neither team playing. And I can't believe there hasn't been more brought out of it.
I know. I'm with you.
I mean, it's crazy.
Well, they're going to have to.
But what my main gripe about that, if it is Oregon is unanimously the number one team. Right. You might not think that the Big Ten's strong. But either way, they've beat 4 playoff teams or 3.
Ooh,
they beat 3.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Ohio State, Penn State, Boise State.
Boise State. Okay, so they beat 3. They're clearly the number one. They have the toughest road.
Yeah.
Right. How does that work?
They've got to play the winner of Ohio State and Tennessee.
Yeah.
Then they're probably going to have to play Texas.
Yeah.
And then play in a championship. Meanwhile, Penn State
has the easiest road.
Oh my gosh,
dude!
It's silly. I mean, if I'm Oregon, I'm going, boy, I don't know that we needed to win that Big 10 championship.
And I think that's the problem. I think that's the problem. They can't give a bye. They're going to have to take the bye away from
conference
champions.
Yeah.
And they're just going to have to just seed it and then get your bye.
Yeah.
I think a conference champion should get in.
Right.
But if Clemson, they should be the 12 like they are. But I think Arizona State should be 11th. Yeah. They shouldn't be getting a bye.
Well, they got SMU at 11, so Arizona State should take it. 10 should be 10, something like that.
Did you say SMU should
be
in?
They've never beaten the top 25 comp this year.
So, anyways, and I think there will. I think this year is going to be such a cluster that it's next year. We're going to see some criteria. And I like what Nick Saban said. He said, what's the purpose of beefing up your non-conference schedule?
Well, no one.
If you're just going wins and losses.
I mean, Georgia probably had the toughest in the SEC.
Georgia probably would have had Clemson.
Yeah, they had Clemson. A&M had Notre Dame in their non-conference. Well, Florida had the toughest.
Texas
Miami.
Texas played Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Alabama played Wisconsin at Wisconsin. I mean, look, these schedules get made 2 or 3 years in advance.
Right. Yeah.
And Wisconsin's been a top 10 team several times. I mean, and that's at Wisconsin. Yeah. So, Tennessee played NC State. NC State was ranked 12th when the final rankings were last year. Yeah. You didn't know what it was going to be, but you don't have to take that chance anymore with this new system.
You didn't know they was going to suck this year.
Yeah. So, go play MTSU.
Yeah, I mean, schedule them. I just
play Kent State, MTSU, UTEP.
One of the directional Michigans.
Yeah.
But when you look at it now with the 12 teams.
I would love to see Central Arkansas, or Butch Jones come to Neyland. Get that payday.
I'm surprised that hasn't been made yet. But anyway.
But
somebody wants to.
Out of the 12 teams that's there, is there really more than 4 or 5 teams that can win it? We talked about
in this college football season. I'm not going to rule out anybody.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
I understand.
There's probably favorites, but then again,
it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But
would it shock you if Arizona State beat Texas?
No.
I mean, really shock you.
No, Arizona State beating
or Clemson beat Texas.
Yeah. No, not at all.
No, man. I mean, here's the thing too. I think we'll all agree. Texas is not a good football team. Win yours is terrible.
Yeah. And I listen.
If I'm Arch Manning, I'm demanding.
I'm getting an ultimatum.
Yeah. You're either going to play me or I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's terrible.
Yeah. And if he even starts talking about coming back for another year, then you better tell him he needs to transfer or I'm going.
He's awful.
Yeah. And I don't care what anybody says. It's got to hurt your credibility when you can't beat Georgia's backup quarterback.
Yeah, it has to. And then, But they still like they get a pass because they're Texas.
Right.
I mean, they're fixing to get throttled.
Because I honestly think Arizona State's the hottest team coming into this because, man, that team is playing with a ton of energy. They've got the best name for any running back in the country in Cam Scadaboo. But that defense is flying around. That offense is really working. They've got a good mix between run and pass. They got a young coach that is full of energy. I don't know if maybe they didn't want the bye. Like, go in. Let's just play in 2 weeks and keep.
I don't know though. It's just so hard because the Big 12 is so stinking awful.
They're terrible.
I don't know if it's awful. I just think.
I think Lawrence County High School or Summertown could score
at least a touchdown,
21 points on Big 10. Big 12.
But the thing with the Big 12 is everybody is so similar. You saw that's why you have a lot of bowl teams, a lot of 6 and 6s, a lot of 7 and 5s, and the two teams that kind of avoided that, or the three teams that avoided that the most, were BYU, Iowa State, and Arizona State. But of course, the way this season is going, we can say all that we want to. The Big 12's terrible, the ACC's terrible, or whatever the case may be. We might have an ACC and a Big 12 team in the championship, or playing each other in the semifinal.
Arizona State versus Clemson for a national championship.
Well, look,
that'd be some ratings.
They're on the same side.
Yeah, they're on the same side. They won't be able to.
Same side.
Well, look, it's going to sound.
Would be funny though.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
It's going to sound blasphemous, but I'm just going to say it. The SEC, it's not been that good this year.
No.
Yeah, Big Ten's top heavy.
You can say, I mean, listen, the coaches and the SEC commissioners can say, well, we beat each other up and stuff, but Tennessee should never have lost at Arkansas. Alabama should never have lost at Vanderbilt or Oklahoma. How does Lane Kiffin not in hot water? How do you lose that home game to Kentucky?
A bad Kentucky team.
So, I mean, look, I get it. The SEC is brutal. But you got to win the games you're supposed to win, and none of this would matter. You'd have 5 teams in if everybody won the games they're supposed to.
Brian Kelly and LSU.
You'd have 5 teams in.
Yeah, they don't even talk about Brian Kelly and LSU.
Well, they're fixing to. Talking about getting fired after all these recruits he's losing.
Yeah. Dude, he's lost. We say in Alabama, we're losing them left and right. But we got a great coach on the board.
He ain't done yet. Let him work his magic.
Yeah, let him.
What's the guy from Learfield Sports that I love so much? Who?
You talking about the
what's our voice?
Broadcast? Chris Stewart.
It's Chris Stewart. Yeah. That's it.
You might as well just come on over and be a Tennessee fan.
You know what? I told my buddy that the other day. I said, I'm at a point that
we gonna hear it, Clint?
Yeah.
I ain't letting him in.
He's singing Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
I know that won't happen.
I ain't letting him in.
You'll let me in.
No, I ain't either.
Okay.
I'd rather you just be an Alabama buddy than a turncoat. But I do want y'all to go through about 4 or 5 years of misery. I don't want it to be 17 like me and Hayden's had to endure, but
let's go into the matchups, though. How about, I've been to Ohio State a couple times, not the most intense atmosphere. It seems like every year somebody goes in there and wins that shouldn't, or a really good team goes in there and wins. It's not the most intense atmosphere. Pretty much everywhere you go, Destiny and I have talked about this in phone calls. Guys, it's cold everywhere this time of year.
Yeah.
Well, it's cold. It's cold thing. It's like, come on, it's cold. I've been to Arizona in January. It's cold. I've been to Florida in December. It's cold. It's cold every.
I'm so sick of the ESPN, the analyst. Yeah. Saying, well, Tennessee, I got to give the advantage to Ohio State because of the cold weather. Like it's warm in the Smoky Mountains right now.
I say it's plus 7.5. I think.
I mean,
it is snowing. It is snowing in Knoxville.
They practice
right
in the
now.
morning when it's cold. Listen, the script is set. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Nico's time to step up and be the guy and get that huge road win. Yeah. It is. It couldn't be written more perfect.
Yeah. And do it while you can still plant the flag in the middle of the O before they make it a
Can you say that it's for Heupel, too, since he hadn't ever won one big?
I would say.
Well, Heupel's won big. He just hadn't on the road.
That's what I mean on the road.
Yeah. I think you can just put it. I think you can say this is the chance for this squad that you're going to have the core players coming back on a 2 or 3 year run. This is your statement right here. Yeah. Go on the road and do it. And I know it's not a ball game. It's a home game for Ohio State, but Ohio State ain't fared too well against SEC.
Well, and let's be real. This is a fan base that is on the edge right
They'll
now.
turn on them quick.
They want the coach out. And Kirkpatrick, even though everyone in Columbus is ripping him right now, but he's right. The moment they don't convert a couple third downs and Tennessee goes up and down the field and it's Dylan Sampson every other carry and they go down the field in 2.5 minutes and score, boo birds are coming out.
They said they could lose a coin toss.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like in Morgantown where it's only 60,000 if you're lucky booing at you. In Ohio
it's
State,
100,000.
it's 100,000 plus. That
And
are booing.
I mean, they will boo them plumb out of the stadium.
And do you think that since this is kind of like Ryan Day's MO, do you think he's going to try to play bully ball like he did against Michigan? Like, I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to run it down your throat?
I hope.
Tennessee would hope so, but I think that Ryan Day knows.
I think 100% he's watching that Georgia film against Tennessee.
Oh, absolutely.
And realizing that second half how exposed Tennessee was guarding tight ends.
Yep.
And he's going to get his tight ends involved. Yep. I think he's going to work that game plan. I 100% do. Now, I think Heupel's probably going to use that same. I think they're probably going to be looking at what Michigan did.
Yeah.
I would love to see some I formation just go, you know what? I saw that team up north have this success on you. I'm telling you, how many times have I joked with you guys that they literally, I would laugh out loud if Tennessee came out. Came wearing Michigan uniforms or did like a winged helmet, but in orange and white just to like get in their psyche because they can't.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It'd be funny.
Oh, it'd be hilarious. Just to see
I can see him wearing. I can see him wearing blue and gold like paint or something.
Yeah.
But they want to win this one for them, and it needs to be it. Yeah. I'm not worried about weather. I'm worried about crowd noise, a road game, because Nico hasn't as good as he's looked.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to give him credit for that road win at Vanderbilt, that must-win game. That's a home game. Yeah. Let's first of all, that's a lot of orange.
There was more orange than black and gold was. Yeah.
So this is his chance. This is his opportunity to say, all right, this is my team. For the next 3 years, this is my team. We're fixing to do some things. So,
go Vols.
And I think he's gonna.
Yeah. You got SMU at Penn State. Can we pretty much chalk that up? That's going to be Penn State. I would love to see SMU go in there and shove it down Franklin's throat.
I don't think SMU can get the ball back enough on Penn State to catch up.
Especially the way I love Penn State's offensive game plan against Oregon. I thought they did a really good job there. The way that they moved the ball. Clemson to Texas. I don't think we know what real team on either side is going to show up.
I guarantee Dabo is going to be throwing the kitchen sink. There's going to be trick plays after trick plays. There's going to be fake punts.
Bible verses, everything.
And then after that, whatever happens, happens. But they're going to throw everything they got into beating Texas.
Yeah. And I think that
they ain't got nothing to lose at this point.
I think Stark's
hell no, they're lucky they're there.
Yeah.
Sarkisian, he's gonna have his hand. He's gonna have his hand pushed to transition into Arch Manning in this game.
Right.
I think Ewers is hurt to begin with, which is they did good from 0 to 20, but once they got to the opponent's 20 is when they clammed up for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Couldn't figure it out.
It has to be that they just don't trust their quarterback all that well.
Right.
I wouldn't either.
Honestly, for me, the most intriguing matchup is we actually got two in-state teams. For one reason or the other, I haven't dug into it enough to know, but I know that there's a reason why those two don't play in anything.
What about Marcus Freeman saying, well, I Googled the coach, and it looked like, he's a pretty good coach. Thought, boy, that's a shot right there.
He's 11-1.
Well, I Googled him. Looks like he's a pretty good coach.
Kurt Signetti should go, I Googled who you were, too.
Yeah.
Because,
his response should have been, I Googled him. The first thing came up was Northern Illinois.
Marshall.
Northern Illinois.
Yeah. Marshall, anybody else that goes in there in the second week of September and beats them. Which, by the way, Notre Dame's schedule isn't exactly full of juggernauts. Their best win is Texas A&M. They by far have the worst loss, if anybody in that part. But should be interesting. I haven't at all looked at the bowl matchups. Is there anything there of note?
Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt in the Birmingham Bowl.
It's Alabama and Michigan, right?
Alabama and Michigan, yeah.
Real Quest Bowl.
A&M and USC.
What 3 touchdowns?
Iowa
State, Miami.
No. That's what my buddy told me.
BYU and Colorado.
Wait, conference opponents are playing?
Yeah, yeah. And
Who does Vandy
Alamo
got?
Bowl. They got Georgia Tech and Birmingham. The Music City Bowl is Missouri and Iowa.
Oh, all kinds of points in that game, fellas.
It'll be 90 to 95.
Duke and Ole Miss.
It'd be more like 9-5.
I was going to say maybe like 6-3.
Virginia Tech and Minnesota. So nothing really much after that.
And I hate it. And,
LSU and Baylor.
I hope Duke runs all over Lane. I really hope they do.
I really, really hate it for Vanderbilt because it's the first year they've made a bowl in a while, and nobody cares about the bowl games.
Nobody's nobody's going to watch them.
Nobody cares about the bowl games.
Marshall lost 24 to the transfer portal.
Hey, now that there's a 12-team playoff,
nobody cares. A coach an hour later. All of my teams at one point did not have a coach at this point. Well, I told you guys in the group chat that I had a fun baseball trivia.
Yeah, we need to do it now because I'm leaving after this
segment. Yeah, you're about to leave. Okay. I want you guys to be able to guess. I'll just kind of jump around. Each franchise's home run leader at first base. All right?
Yeah.
Let's start off with the Braves.
Freeman.
Yeah, Freddie.
I don't think it's McGriff.
I think it's McGriff.
It's Freddie, 266. Albert Pujols is the home run leader at first base for 2 franchises. Which ones?
Oh, that's
Cardinals and
St. Louis and Anaheim.
Yeah, which I was kind of shocked by Anaheim. He only has 120 in Anaheim. I was kind of shocked by that.
They just hadn't very good first baseman.
Yeah. How about the all-time leader for the Toronto Blue Jays?
Joe Carter.
Did Joe Carter? He didn't play first base.
No. He was outfield. I think left field, left or right field.
McGriff?
Allred? John Allred?
No. You'll love him. It's one of our favorites from growing up. One of the great all-time batting stances.
I don't know.
Left-handed, hit 4 home runs in a game. Carlos Delgado.
Wow.
Delgado. 292 home runs. The Colorado Rockies.
Todd Helton.
Yeah, got it. 362. Cleveland.
Albert Bell.
No, Murray.
No, Tomey.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, Tomey, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. The Arizona Diamondbacks.
Luis Gonzalez.
No, he still currently plays. It's not for the Diamondbacks.
I don't know.
Paul Goldschmidt, 205.
I would never guess that.
Cincinnati Reds.
Big lefty.
The one they got now.
Votto.
Votto.
Well, he just retired.
Just retired, Joey.
345. The Oakland A's.
Mark McGuire.
Yeah. 349. The Phillies.
Was it Kirky?
Ryan Howard.
Ryan, you got it. 370. How about the San Diego Padres?
I don't remember them ever having a good first baseman. I don't know.
Adrian Gonzalez, 160. The Boston Red Sox. I was actually kind of shocked by this.
It's not Poppy. It's like
no, because
like
Poppy is a DH.
Mo Vaughn.
Right on. Yeah, 217. I'm not too shocked that this is a Cubs fan, but who do you think is the Cubs all-time leader?
Well, I was going to say McGriff or
Mark
McGriff
Grace?
would never.
No, Grace never hit 200 career home runs. He wasn't. He was a hitter, but he wasn't.
I don't know.
Anthony Rizzo, 242.
Well, yeah, Rizzo.
Wow.
Yeah. Trying to see. Let's see here. The Miami Marlins. Former. Derek Lee.
Never guessed that.
What about,
there's not players at Miami long enough to break any records.
Yeah. The Astros should be easy.
That's a Bagwell.
446. Here's some ones that I didn't know. Lou Gehrig is the Yankees' all-time leader, 478. For the Dodgers, Gil Hodges, 326. Milwaukee, Prince Fielder, 225. Here's a blast from the past for the Twins. It's Kent Herbeck, 278. The Royals, John Mayberry at 132. So
the Royals have got more than George Brett?
Well, Brett played third. He didn't play first. Remember, it's
is
first
Cecil
baseman.
Fielder, was he the leader for the Detroit Tigers?
Norm Cash, 364 career homer. Remember how much they hit with each franchise. The White Sox, Paul Konerko, 375.
Outside of Pick Frank.
Yeah. The Willie McCovey for the Giants, 390. Rafael Palmeiro for the Rangers, 220. Carlos Pena for the Rays, 162. And Alvin Davis for the Mariners. I've never heard of that name, to be honest. Maybe that was just before my time. But here's the big one. I can't wait to see if you guys get this one right before we let Clint go. Who's the all-time leader at first base in home runs for the Montreal Expos?
Oh, gosh.
Speaking of one of the all-time greatest batting stances. Big guy.
And Vlad was an outfielder.
Yeah.
Cecil Fielder never played there. Andre Dawson played there, but he's an outfielder.
He's an outfielder. Gosh. Was it, no, he played left field as well. Moses Alou.
No, Alou was in left
He was left field.
I don't know.
Just give us an initial.
AG.
Adrian Gonzalez?
No.
Yep.
No, that was before.
Oh, then I don't know.
Andres Galarraga, 112 home runs
The
with the
old
Montreal
Galarraga.
Expos.
Yeah. See, that's who I was thinking.
That's who I was thinking when
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking with the Rockets.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that I stumped these guys, I'm going to find some more every week to kind of keep this thing going. Well, when we come back, we'll get into some wrestling talk and maybe some Christmas movie talk when we return here on X Sports Live.
Don't hit nobody in the jaw now.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Professional care with a smile. That will always be a guarantee at Encompass Healthcare. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or even weight loss treatments, our team is equipped to serve your needs. Our doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Make an appointment with our providers, Kendra Brown or Tori Cox, today. Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, Tennessee, right next to Chapman Tire.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back to X Sports Live, going into our third segment here of the show. And we're just talking a little bit of wrestling. You know, we talk about it every week. We haven't got to talk about Survivor Series since we've been back. What were you guys' thoughts there on War Games?
I thought it was good. I thought they done a really good job with the main event. I kind of like the way they're going with the Roman CM Punk thing. You know,
it's
kind of like
teasing.
it's just Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his guy that he's using. But all in all, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it. Every match was really good. The main event, I absolutely loved it. The women's War Games match started off slow, ended on a good note. The title match between Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser, and Braun Breaker was fantastic in my opinion. And then the Gunther and Damian Priest, that's probably one of my favorites of the night. But other than that, I love the pay-per-view. Can't wait for Saturday night's main event because I know that's going to be another good one too.
Are they going to use the old music?
I hope so.
I don't know, but what I heard is it's not going. It's going to be on live television.
Yeah,
like it's not going to be a PLE, so it's going to be. They're making it out to be like a WrestleMania type environment.
Without all the big graphics. And, they're just
Well, you remember how it used to come on, and you'd have like when Hogan was fighting, it would have like Hulkamania, and then the Savage Head if that was his logo.
Yeah,
that stuff. But the music to Saturday Night's main event was cool.
Yeah, and they're kind of minimalized.
Well, they're bringing back Jesse the Body. I know. That's awesome.
You think we're going to see any returns? We might.
We got 4 really good matches.
Yeah, we do
on deck for Saturday night's main.
Yeah, I mean, Cena don't have to have a match, but I mean, he could possibly show up. I mean, they may throw The Rock in there.
Yeah. Tease it a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big show, so I mean, it ain't like it's just a show that's going to be in Cleveland or something. I mean, it's.
I'm liking some of the stories that we got going. You got Sammy and
Seth.
Drew.
Drew. Yeah.
This is Sammy, Drew, Seth, CM Punk kind of all mixed together. One thing I really loved, and it's small details, because I actually watched AEW's War Games, Blood and Guts. I was there in Nashville, and then watching the WWE's. And I noticed, when Roman came out, remember, he goes in front of the cage, he just stares at everybody, which I'm thinking to myself while watching this, if this was AEW, they would probably, broken open the door and tried to beat him up, but they were all crazy when Punk and Sammy and Jay and Jimmy came in. But when Roman came in, did you notice he stands in front of them? It's dead.
Yeah,
they're just staring.
Right.
They weren't hardly even making eye contact. They just stopped and Roman did his thing, and I'm like, wow, you could tell every detail, even though it wasn't perfect. They had some botches. But every detail of that match was thought out really well. Was it the greatest War Games match? No, I think I personally like last year's.
Last year's
better
was better
than this one, but I think this one had a much better
storytelling
to it. But I like kind of Punk and Rollins, and then you got Punk and Roman Reigns kind of looming out there.
Oh, yeah.
You got the New Day breaking up, and they have got nuclear.
Boy, did you see that?
Man, they got hot Monday night.
Yeah,
they got the Dominic Mysterio treatment.
Yeah,
that's hard to
they
beat.
couldn't even talk, which I thought was good.
Yeah,
especially when Xavier finally just threw the mic down. I thought that was good. That's playing the crowd.
That's the heat that all the old school guys talk about, where you can't even hear yourself think. And I watched a video while my wife was at the doctor this afternoon of them just. Someone in the crowd, and you couldn't even hear them talk because the crowd was booing so stinking loud.
The storytelling with that is going to be epic with that. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been with the women's United States champion in the Intercontinental.
Our doors are open Monday through
You're out there?
Yeah, how you doing?
But anyways, no, I'm really enjoying. I really am glad that they brought the mid cards to the women's side of it, because it can open up so many opportunities for
And more
these.
stories.
Yeah, and more stories. Absolutely.
And
So
you're at it. You're about to go to Netflix at the first of the year,
First of the
which
year.
no one knows how all of this.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed where WWE is putting some of their older content on the separate YouTube page called WWE Vault?
Mhm.
Like some of their older documentaries from like the mid 2010s. Yeah, it's, we don't know how much is staying on Peacock, what's going to go over to
yeah, because I
Netflix.
know I saw that they're doing away with the WWE Network, and everybody that's subscribed to is getting this month for free, and they're going to that subscription is going to be transferred over to Peacock or something else like that. So
it's I still want to go back and watch my old favorite matches.
Well, that's what I love so much about Peacock. I can go back and watch the old Saturday Night's main events. The old one of my favorite shows was Primetime Wrestling with Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan.
Yeah,
when they were hosting inside the studio. Yeah, that them two was just iconic for me.
You remember those old Saturday afternoon WCW studio shows?
Oh, absolutely.
Gosh, I remember those, man. I used to hate Arn Anderson and Ric Flair when they would come out, because they would face the baby faces, would get you all wrapped up, and of course, Ric Flair low blow, spine buster for Arn, and that would be it. I'm like, all he did was just pick him up and put his back on the mat. And we do that on the trampoline all day. No one gets hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Can't be that dangerous. But, I even went back this summer and watched one of my favorite all-time matches, Mr. Perfect and Brett in the 92 SummerSlam from
Great
Madison
match.
Square Garden for the Intercontinental title. All as a Bret Hart mark. That was still a great place in my heart with that match.
I've been wanting to go back, and one of my favorite WrestleManias is 2.
Yeah.
They had it in 3 different locations. They had it at Trump Plaza. I'm trying to think.
Chicago and LA.
Caesar's Palace.
Yep. Yeah.
And they would have a match here. That's where Hogan fought Bundy in the cage, and that's one of my favorites.
That was WrestleMania 3, wasn't it? Two.
3 is Andre.
Was Andre and
yeah, that's
Hogan
right.
in
Yeah.
Detroit. But I love going back and kind of reliving the childhood. I'm enjoying it now because my 2-year-old's all in the monster trucks, and I'm just all day, every day watching here. Vroom, 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 vroom. Whereas my son goes, do.
I do want to say that I know Shinsuke Nakamura, man. I love what they were doing with him, and he needed that too as well.
He's been off TV for forever.
Yeah. Just overall, his booking's not been good.
Yeah.
And
his character's just so weird. Like you can't really understand him. He's got this weird eye stuff, and he's like doing all this weird stuff, and he was not a good wrestler.
No.
Then he comes out with this new thing. He's spitting mist. He's not talking, which is good.
And he's wrestling pretty good.
Wrestling really good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
See what happens.
A menace. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
I like that. But let's get to a big controversial topic here, guys. Clint's already weighed in on it, even though he had to leave us. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
What do you think, Sam?
What was the question?
Die Hard Christmas
He's
movie.
not. Just leave him out. He's sitting over in his phone. He's not paying attention.
I'm hearing this anime music in the background.
That's Kevin music. That's probably what you're listening to. That's some Hotel Kevin music. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that had sound.
That's some music Cam would
really distracting me at times
Kevin
back
would
here.
listen
Okay.
to.
All right. Let's go round table here. You got a favorite Christmas movie, Sam?
The Old White Christmas.
Ooh, okay.
That or like The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay. Which version of the Grinch?
Like the original.
The
animated or
the original, like the old one.
The
cartoon
1960s.
Yeah, the 60s.
Yeah. I personally love the animated 2018 one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that's the best.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
The live action one's really good too.
Yeah.
That one's good.
That's more of a comedy to it. Yeah.
And Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, which is kind of hard to turn that one back.
Right.
Absolutely. Oh man, this is the more I've caught some glimpses of it, and I've watched it a little bit in the past. The Old Christmas Carol.
That's good.
The Old Christmas Carol movie. That one is really good. The old school one, absolutely. What's Clint texting?
He's saying it's 100% a Christmas movie.
No way, buddy. No way.
If he would have said ho 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 MF,
It was
yes,
just
it
in
would have been a
December.
Christmas movie.
I mean, there might have been a Christmas tree in the movie, maybe.
Yeah, I think there was.
Yeah.
But if he, like we said, if he would have said ho ho ho, well, ho 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 MF, then yeah, I could, you might win me there. But he said yippee ki yay. It might as well just be John Wayne in the middle of the Utah desert.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but okay. What do you stand on the Grinch? Original, Jim Carrey, or the new animated one?
Probably the Jim Carrey one for me.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the Grinch, and then I would probably go the old one.
Okay.
Would be number 2.
Like the original one?
Yeah, from the 60s. My all-time favorite Christmas movie is 2. I have 2.
Okay.
That to me are equal.
Yeah.
And that is A Christmas Story.
Yeah, of course.
And National Lampoon.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Haven't seen that one in a long time.
I watched it last week and died.
Listen,
the older you get, the more it
if
makes sense.
If my daughter's watching, she's probably not.
Yeah.
That's one of mine and Ainsley's things we do.
Yeah.
That's mine and her movie. Is Christmas Christmas Vacation.
I love it. Yeah, there's so many good one-liners. I mean,
Listen.
it's 90 minutes and it just goes boom, 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 like one scene, one joke, one punchline to another.
Yes,
It's
and it all
non-stop.
happens like right there.
Yeah.
It's just a great movie.
Yeah, I love it, man. How can you turn down A Christmas Story?
Oh,
you can't turn that down. So good.
Such a good movie. I've got. Everyone knows where I stand. My favorite is the Muppet Christmas Carol. It's the best version of the Christmas Carol because you get the story, you get Muppets, and you get great songs in the process that will stick in your head.
Right.
It's on Disney Plus. People watch the Muppet Christmas Carol. You'll laugh. It's a lot of fun. And I've got to go Home Alone. But here's a topic that I bring up to people all the time. Which one is your favorite, Uno or Dos?
Mine's Uno.
Yeah, first one.
I prefer 2.
Really?
Both of them are good. Don't get me wrong.
They're both good,
Same
but the first one to me.
Yeah, it's the original.
It's the original.
Yeah.
Don't like 3.
No, 3.
3's
and
awful.
then they made it 4th.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus. Yeah.
I don't mind 2. I mean, because
Yeah.
most of the time when you're watching, if you go home and you watch it, there's 1 and then 2 comes on after it.
Yeah.
I'm watching 2 as well.
Yeah. I love 2 because the scene when he's in. I love how he gets in the Trump Plaza, or what is it? It wasn't Trump. It used to be Trump Plaza. It was the
Just a Plaza Hotel.
Yeah, Plaza Hotel.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
that's
the
what it
hotel,
was.
yeah.
New York's finest hotel experience. For reservations, call 818. The whole guest on the celebrity ding dang dong, and he's got the talk boy.
Yes.
Everyone dreamed of having the talk boy, and then he was living every kid's our age dream.
Yes.
He got to stay in a hotel off of his parents' money, and he got a stretch limousine. And Schneider, Rob Schneider opens it up and goes, "Here's your very own cheese pizza," and that thing is steaming, coming up. And then it's like he goes to that toy store. I literally looked up, I think it was 2 years ago when I was working in State College and I had everything done. I'm like, I wonder if this place actually existed. Turns out it didn't. I was really mad, really disappointed because I had so many dreams of going to that toy store whenever I visited.
Do you know
New York
you can
City.
actually do a Home Alone stay at the Plaza Hotel?
Yeah.
I don't know what it costs you, but they have.
There's no telling how much it is.
They actually have like a Home Alone experience.
Yeah. Wow.
They bring you the.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon like you
3
get the,
scoops, sir. Give me 4. I ain't driving.
Yeah. But for me, the first one's just.
It's
Okay.
it's iconic.
Here's a sleeper. What about? Well, it's not really a sleeper. The Polar Express.
I've never fully watched that movie.
Never have.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never fully watched it.
No, I've never watched the whole thing.
It's not top.
Been trying to watch it with my son.
It's a good
but we
Christmas
haven't
movie.
gotten
Yeah.
there yet.
It's not.
It's a good Christmas movie. It's not at the
There's
top.
one we hadn't said. The Elf.
The Elf. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus series, I like those.
Those are good.
Yeah, the first one's the best. Absolutely. Hands down.
Four Christmases, Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn is
good
really
one.
good.
Yeah.
Office Christmas Party.
Oh my gosh.
Kids do not watch that movie. Everyone 18 and above, you can watch it, but Kids, anyone 18 or younger, or 17 or younger, do not watch Office Christmas Party. But I love that movie. That is so crazy and so funny, all at the same time. Sam, you're of age. You can watch it now.
Yeah, we'll let you watch it.
You know, Bad Moms Christmas is pretty good.
That's a good one.
You know, if you're going to say Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then like, remember Iron Man 3 was set around Christmas?
Well, I mean, going back further than that, because I'm a huge Batman fan. So Batman 2 is in the middle of Gotham City, and they got Christmas trees everywhere.
You're right.
I mean,
we're just opening Pandora's box.
Oh, you just open it up.
There
you go, Brady.
I'm looking.
Die Hard.
Christmas Story. Charlie Brown Christmas. Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
we do watch that one every year as a family.
Medea Christmas. That's funny.
Frosty the Snowman. That's on repeat in my house.
Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
Frost.
See what else we got going on.
What was the one? The Cramps. Christmas with the Cramps.
The Cranks.
Cranks. Yeah. The Cramps. Gonna hurt my nose on that one, Dusty. The Cramps. How did I think that?
The Christmas Carol.
Yeah, we mentioned that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at.
Yeah. Okay.
See what
here
else
we got.
we got.
Harry Potter.
That's not a Christmas.
Harry Potter is there in the first movie.
That is true.
The Polar Express, the Holiday,
It's a
Christmas in Connecticut, the Santa Claus. These are rankings. The Santa Claus, the first one, is ranked 47 out of 50.
Oh.
See what else.
What about the old Rudolph movie?
Yeah.
From when we were from the
Rankin
60s.
Bass ones.
Yeah. Krampus. I don't like
why I
it.
got cramps.
White Christmas. That's a good one. Mickey's Christmas Carol. Let's see what else we got.
Wait.
What was that?
34. They put National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 30.
That
doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
About a Boy, Christmas Evil. I don't know what that is. While You're Sleeping. Die Hard 2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
one.
29. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yeah. Let's just scroll down to the bottom. See
what's number one.
See what number one is that they've got. They've got Elf at 3. A Wonderful Life. Yep.
Yeah. I think you got Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2.
Elf
at 3. Christmas Story 4. Yeah. Gremlin at 5.
I forgot Gremlins was around Christmas.
Home Alone at 6. The original. Bad Santa.
That is good.
Yeah, Bad Santa.
Graham Burke's.
Oh, gosh.
Santa Claus has come to town from like the 60s or the 50s.
I've
Is
never.
that an Elvis
I
movie?
gotta see. I don't know. Nightmare Before Christmas. I forgot. I don't know Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah, let's see. Batman Returns.
Batman
Yep.
Returns is 12.
Yep. Scrooge.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Snowman. 8 Women. Miracle on 34th Street. Forgot about that one. Chronicles of Narnia.
In Bruges.
Yeah. The Shop Around the Corner. Some of these I don't know.
Okay. Hey,
The
21,
Muppet. There you
yes.
go. The Muppets.
All right.
Their favorite is the Polar Express and then Scrooge.
Yeah. We just
got
mentioned
Mel,
that.
yeah,
I
we're-
forgot about Scrooge. That's a good choice.
Trading
That's a good
Places.
choice.
That's a great one.
Yes,
at
it
Christmas.
is. Oh, man.
Arthur Christmas, A Christmas Carol,
Yeah.
Holiday Inn 27.
You're calling
Yeah.
Scrooge, whoever sent that in. That's a good
It's a great call.
good
Yep.
movie.
There we go.
It's like Christmas. It's a Christmas Carol with Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill
Almost
Murray.
called him Eddie Murray.
Yeah.
We were talking about first baseman. I almost called him Eddie Murray. We got
good talk.
Yeah, we got any rants? I really don't.
I ain't got any.
I don't have any rants.
We've ranted it.
We ran it.
Yeah.
Don't want to do anything else from there. But we had a good show here on X Sports Live. All of us are hungry. Dusty and I are going to go get some food. This guy's going with his mom.
Yeah. And Grandma and Dad. Yeah. So I got to deal with Graham. So y'all pray for me.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
We had a date first, and then you broke it.
Well, I know. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dusty. Here, I'll make it up. Well, speaking of, what about last night?
What about
What about the bet we made?
Well, too bad, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going. We can't do that tonight.
Oh,
You're
well, I
going
thought that
with
was
Mom and
pizza.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Mom
it was
and Daddy.
pizza.
Yeah, it was pizza. Mexican, though. I don't know. Yeah.
Mom and Daddy.
I'll make it up to you. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah. I promise I will.
I'll have to go with you and your mom and dad.
No, you won't have to.
The whole family. I had to join the Burks family just to get dinner. Just crash dinner.
Yeah,
Where
just
you
crash
guys
dinner.
going?
I have no clue, to be honest. I'm just gonna let them.
Somebody get chicken nuggets.
I really don't know. Yeah.
Get chicken nuggets, mashed taters. He going to KFC.
No, I would love to go to Brass Iron and get me some ribs. That's hitting the spot right now.
They got their own booth at the Brass Lantern.
They do.
You know.
Oh,
The
yeah, we do.
Burks.
The Burks. Yeah, they can
Hayden
just
plays.
smell
VIP.
Hayden
He's
coming.
got his little sippy cup with milk. And
No, it's got one of them little, the.
There's twisty straws.
Yeah.
Neon green twisty straws.
that's Graham.
That's definitely great.
No, his is pink. He's got pink or purple.
Yeah,
pink or purple.
Because one's got chocolate milk and the other's got 2% because they can't handle the full milk experience. So, for Hayden Burks, Dusty Kaiser, for Clint, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, Brazier, and for Crash, I'm AJ Good here on Exports Live. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.